Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me today's Sunday morning service. Before service start, I would like to have an offering of incense. Namandab, 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 namandab. Thank you very much. Let's sing the Vandana and Tisarana. Namo tassam bhagavato arahato sammasambuddhassa. Homage to him, the exalted one, the enlightened one, the supremely awakened one. Bundan saranam gacchami, Dhammam saranam gacchami, Sangham saranam gacchami. I go to the Bundan forgiveness. I go to the Dharma forgiveness. I go to the Sangha forgiveness. Namandavats, 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 namandavats. Thank you very much. Let us bow our head, please. In putting the teaching into practice, the first thing we should cultivate is the pure heart. The pure heart is mind without discrimination or attachment. We must also develop proper understanding by listening to the Dharma, the Buddha's true guidance. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda. Good morning, everyone. How are you today? Thank you very much for joining me today's Sunday morning service. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude and appreciation to all of you for your kind words. When I receive a message from you, Sensei is so happy. And even if not many people are viewing our Sunday morning message, Sensei really feel so appreciate your kind words. Thank you. This morning, I would like to share with you one of the stories. They're a wonderful family who are very dedicated to the community as well as their temple. The family always attended their temple services and activities and enjoy their lives with the Buddha Dharma. Here is the story. There are two scenarios. Scenario one afternoon, young boy, his name is Kai, just like my name, Kai, a very active member of junior YBA and Dharma school, came back from the school. Kai has to complete his project, which deadline passed 2 weeks ago. So, as soon as he returned home, he runs to his room. However, in order to go to his room, he has to go through the living room. In the living room, there are so many wonderful items displayed, such as beautiful flower vase made by crystal glass, very expensive antique chinaware, and so on. However, because Kai was rushing to his room, the edge of the backpack hit one of the very expensive Chinese dishes which his parents purchased in China when they honeymooned. When Kai looked the broken chinaware and tried to put the pieces together with the glue, however, it was unfixable. Then mother came home from the grocery shopping and discovered that their precious chinaware was broken. So she asked the Kai about what happened. Then Kai said as follows: "It's not my fault. You guys left this stuff here in the living room and I hid them. It is not my fault." Once mother heard this from the son, she got so upset and shouted to him, "You are wrong. Why did you run in a living room? Because you are so careless. That made this situation. When your father comes home, you must apologize to your father." Then Kai said, "No, it was not my fault. You left all these stuffs here, so it's your fault." Both got so angry and blamed each other. However, when the father came home and discovered that their precious chinaware was broken, then he yelled to them, "Who broke our precious chinaware?" Then son said, "You guys left all these things in the living room. They are not supposed to be here." Then mother told father, "I told you that when we have to move everything another place 2 weeks ago." Then father shouted and said, "Be quiet. You don't know how busy I am every day. So changing the location would be your job. Don't blame me." So at the end, three of them were so angry and blamed each other endlessly. Scenario 2. Kai came home and ran to his room because he had to complete his project, which due date was being passed 2 weeks ago. When he rushed to his room, accidentally, his edge of the backpack hit the chinaware and it fell on the floor and broke. He looked the chinaware and felt that it was not fixable. Then mother came home from the grocery shopping and discovered that their precious chinaware was broke. Then Kai said, "Mom, it is my fault. I shouldn't run in the house. It was all my fault. I'll pay for that and will apologize to my dad." Then mother said, "No, Kai, Are you okay? You don't get hurt? I'm sorry, it was my fault. I shouldn't leave it in a living room. I noticed that we shouldn't leave this type of item here in a living room. It was all my fault. Don't worry about that. Then, the evening, father came home and noticed that their chinaware was broken. Then, dad said to him, then Kai said to him, Dad, I'm sorry. It was my fault. I broke your precious chinaware. It was all my fault. When I came home from the school, I ran into the living room and my backpack hit the chinaware. I'm sorry. I'll get a new one for you. Then mother said, No, it wasn't his fault. When I cleaned the living room last week, I noticed that many of the items shouldn't be here. So I should take all these items to the other room at that time. It was all my fault. I'm sorry. Then father said, That's okay. If nobody get hurt, that's the main thing. I hope everybody is okay. And someday this kind of item could be broken. So at the end, everyone smiled and felt very comfortable feeling. We sometimes experienced these two scenarios in our lives. Our former abbot Koshin Otani said, Even I'm a Monshu of Honganji, I am a human being. And if I am facing this kind of situation, I may react just like a scenario one, which I only see the damage of my personal items. However, even if I get angry, I cannot do anything. The broken item cannot return to its original form. Someday, it will be away from me. It is kind of situation occur. If this kind of situation occur, I told myself that I have to accept things as it is and just let go. Because everything in our lives is impermanent. Even if I get angry, the broken item will not be able to return to me. When I came to Hawaii in 1985, hey, that's before you were born, I had a very amazing and a surprising experiences. When I arrived at the Honolulu International Airport, I was expecting welcome hula dance and lay presentation by the beautiful Hawaiian ladies at the Honolulu International Airport. That's I was always watching on the TV when I was in Japan. However, it was nothing when I discovered when I arrived at the Honolulu, it was nothing. But when I at the airport, I saw the small sign and said Murakami Sensei in Japanese. There was the late Reverend Shoin Hoashi of Hawaii Betsy. My great image of the paradise of Hawaii was completely destroyed. However, with the Reverend Hoashi's kind and warm smiles, I received his warm aloha spirit. It was not quantity, but great quality I received. We all must remember that without knowing, we all are exchanging and sharing our happiness and joy with each other. When we are attending temple services, we all received nice greeting from our Sangha And through the services, we all receive peace and serenity from our temple. From the guidance of the Nembutsu, we all are able to learn and understand the true feeling of joy, happiness, and sincere heart of sympathy. The Nimbus is Amida Buddha's spiritual wisdom and compassionate heart. That infinite light of the Nimbus is always showing us the path of the truth and for us to share our sincere heart and kindness to others. Amida Buddha's wisdom is just like a sunlight, and it is always shining in our heart and guiding us to the path of the truth. So once we realize the Amida Buddha's great light of the wisdom and compassion, all the mind of doubts in our hearts will clear away and shows us the path of the truth in our precious lives. Listening to the Buddha Dharma is truly guiding us to the path of the truth and rededicate ourselves. In closing this morning my Dharma talk, I would like to read one of the Buddha's passages. Please bow your head. Seeing others' fault is the greatest lesson for every one of us. Cultivation is not something unusual, but part of our everyday life. Whenever we recognize and correct our own faults, we are cultivating. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda. Thank you very much for joining me today's Sunday morning service. We'll see you again, and the church is always open for you. Stop by and enjoy our wonderful Sunday morning services. Thank you. We'll see you. Bye. Namandav, namandav. Bye bye. We'll see you.